Mrs. Swati, we won't lie to you. Your husband's condition is critical. He hasn't regained consciousness yet. Until he wakes up, we can't say anything for sure. Please, have faith in God." "Faith?" Swati whispered, her voice trembling. "How do I keep faith when God has already turned his back on me? It's only been 8 days since our wedding, and my husband is lying between life and death." Her mother-in-law snapped. "When faith in God fades, faith in the devil begins. I told you not to go to that village, but you never listen. Now see what's happened. Please, Mother, look at his condition. Don't blame me now. Don't blame you. It's all your fault." The nurse rushed in, disturbed by their argument. "Please," she said firmly, "this is a hospital. You're disturbing the patients. No one is allowed to stay here overnight. You should go home." That night, Swati and her mother-in-law, Mrs. Sumedha, returned home. Just a few days ago, this house had echoed with wedding laughter. Now, silence haunted every wall. Sumedha had already lost her husband years ago, and now her only son was in a coma. Sleep had abandoned her eyes. In desperation, she ran to the old temple nearby and broke down in front of the idol. "I know, no one should disturb the dead," she cried, her voice shaking. "But why is my son being punished? He did nothing wrong." Tears blurred her vision. Her mind replayed her son's pale face surrounded by machines, fighting for breath. And then she felt it. Someone was standing behind her. "Who's there?" she said, turning sharply. No one, only shadows and silence. But then, out of the corner of her eye, a dark silhouette slipped across the hallway. She followed it, heart pounding. It vanished inside the old storeroom. "Who are you? Come out!" she shouted. No reply. As she turned around, her eyes caught something on the balcony. That same black figure, staring back at her. And before she could move, it leapt down, disappearing into the darkness. A chill ran down her spine. Sweat rolled down her forehead. Terrified, she locked herself in her room. Meanwhile, in another part of the house, Swati was running barefoot across an endless dark field. Her breath was breaking, her heart racing. She looked back again and again. Sometimes she saw a shadow, sometimes nothing. And then it appeared. A tall figure, taller than any man, with long, sharp nails and a face too twisted to be human. Swati froze. Her voice failed her, but somehow she screamed, "Someone, please help me. Help!" Her cry echoed through the house. Sumedha rushed to her room, only to find Swati trembling in her sleep, screaming through a nightmare. She woke her up. "Mother, I saw it again," Swati cried. "That dark shadow, it was trying to kill me." "Did you see it too?" Sumedha's face turned pale. "Yes," she whispered, "that shadow, it's not new. It's been with us for years. It's as black as our past." Her voice trembled as she stared into the distance. And slowly, her mind drifted back 25 years ago. "There's someone here. We need to get to the doctor. My labor pains have started." "Labor pains? But the house is empty right now." "Wait for the master to return and then we'll go," someone muttered. "You're out of your mind," another snapped. "By the time he gets here, you'll be delivered on the doorstep." "What if you give birth right here? Tell Bahadur to start the car now." Outside, the storm was getting worse. Rain hammered the road. Lightning cleaved the sky. The servants moved slowly, fear written on their faces. "If we stop to help anyone," one whispered, "people in these parts will burn us alive for touching a woman. It's Bill country. No one wants trouble." But guilt won. Bahadur ran back and saw a woman lying on the roadside, moaning, clutching her belly. She'd been hit by the car. She was pregnant. They rushed them both to the hospital. In the chaos, Sumedha gave birth. The servants and the driver celebrated. Yet Sumedha couldn't shake the sight of the woman on the road. Her chest tightened every time she closed her eyes. When they went home, a strange feeling waited behind the threshold. Late at night, she heard a baby cry, echoes that weren't from her child. She began to question her mind. Am I losing it? She thought. Tomorrow I'll go to the priest. He'll know what to do. Morning came. As Sumedha stepped out to call the priest, a black cat crossed her path and sat by the doorstep, meowing like a small grieving thing. Superstition tightened her throat. Bad omen, she muttered. What if my child is in danger? She decided she wouldn't leave the house. Instead, she sent Bahadur to fetch the priest to her. The priest arrived, performed rituals, and then looked at her as if he'd seen a nightmare. My child, he said, voice breaking. This is unnatural. The woman hit by your car, she didn't survive. Her spirit is here. She's come back with the baby she lost. She wants revenge. She will take the child with her. No, this can't be. We didn't do this on purpose, Sumedha pleaded. Please, do something. Save my baby. The priest closed his eyes. I can bind her spirit to this house. Keep her from leaving. But you must leave. Take your son and go far away. Today, move to the city. Only then will the child be safe. They packed and left the mansion that very day. As they were stepping away, something impossible happened. The huge mango tree at the front uprooted and crashed down, striking her husband. He died instantly beneath its weight. Sumedha fell to her knees. The priest said softly, "The spirit is powerful, angry. I tried to hold it. You must go. Take the child and never return." They obeyed. Sumedha left the village and never came back. Years later, the son, grown and stubborn, insisted on returning with his new wife. He was drawn back to the village that had left a shadow on their lives. That was where the second tragedy unfolded. The accident that put him in a coma. Now in the present. Sumedha was desperate. "What can I do?" she whispered to herself. "Something must be done. I'll go to the priest again." She climbed into the car, alone this time. As she tried to back out, the vehicle began to roll by itself. Slowly, then faster, it lurched straight into the courtyard wall and crashed. The driver, terrified, jumped out and ran. Sumedha sat frozen, her heart hammered. She realized then with a cold certainty, this spirit did not want her to leave. It was keeping them here, holding them, protecting its own claim. "Who are you?" she cried into the wrecked silence. "What do you want from us?" And the house answered with a silence that felt like fingers closing around her throat. "Please, we beg you," Sumedha cried into the darkness. "Take my life if you must, but spare my son. You've already taken my husband. Don't take him too. If something happens to him, I won't survive. Please, take your revenge on me." From the shadows a voice whispered, cold, trembling with grief and rage. "If I end you quickly, my revenge would never be complete. Do you even know what it's like to lose a child? I waited all night on that road, bleeding, hoping someone would help us. No one came. I watched my baby die in my arms. Now you'll watch yours die too, and when he's gone, your bloodline will end." Sumedha fell to her knees, sobbing. "Please, if you must punish someone, punish me. But killing my son won't bring yours back. Think, if your child were alive today, he'd be the same age as mine. Please, Don't destroy another mother's heart." The shadow stood silent. Then from the doorway a faint voice broke through. It was Swati. She had heard everything. Tears filled her eyes as she stepped forward. "You're not evil," she said softly. "You're just lost. You're still a mother searching for her child. But open your heart, look closely. Your son lives on. In Raj. If you let him go, if you free him, we promise, we'll perform the rites for you. We'll pray for your peace. You and your child will finally rest." The silence that followed felt endless. Then, the shadow began to fade, its anger melting into light. The house, once heavy with whispers, fell quiet. Raj woke up in the hospital, alive and safe. Days later, Sumedha, Swati, and Raj performed a ritual for the restless spirit. They lit the sacred fire, and as the smoke rose, a faint, peaceful warmth filled the air, like a mother's final sigh of relief. The curse was broken, but for the rest of her life, Sumedha carried one regret. That night, if she had only forced her servants to help that woman, maybe she would have lived, and maybe her family would never have suffered the darkness that followed. If this story gave you chills, don't forget to subscribe, because sometimes the scariest stories are the ones that could have been true.